We are going to prepare mandazis, but first of all, let's give you the ingredients. First of all, we start with flour, then we go to the other ingredients. Now I'm adding, what am I adding? I'm adding baking powder, about 1.5 tablespoon. Then we're going to add the salt, a little bit of salt. We'll go as per your measurements. I don't really measure when I'm cooking. Then we add sugar also to taste. The sugar, yes, as per your requirements or your wish. So we mix all the dry ingredients together. I'm using a wooden spoon. Yes, then we're not going to use milk in this recipe. We're not going to use milk. We're using warm water. Yes, you add warm water. The measurements go as per your requirements. Then I add eggs. Yes, 2 eggs. That is what I'm using. Yes, then I stir everything together. Let us stir the ingredients together. Yes, I'm mixing them, whisking them up with my wooden spoon. I like doing it manually. I don't really use the whisk, so I'm whisking with a wooden spoon. Then we keep on adding more flour. We want to make a smooth dough. Yes, a smooth dough. So let's continue mixing. Yeah, we mix quickly. Yes, then I realize I may need to add a little bit more sugar. So that is what I've done. That's what I'm doing. You do it to your taste. Yes. More flour. Yes, more flour. I'm using all-purpose flour. That is why I've added some baking powder. We use baking powder, not baking soda. Yes, so I realize I need more baking powder, so I'm adding about half a teaspoon. So I have used 2 tablespoons. Yeah, 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Yes. So I'll continue mixing with my wooden spoon. Yes, I continue mixing. I'm mixing quickly. Now I want to use my hands to make that firm but smooth dough. Yes, so that is what I'm doing as I add more all-purpose flour. The brand you use will depend on your liking or preference. Yes, we are not advertising any brand here. We just happen to have picked what we picked. We are not advertising any brand. Yes, so you will use whichever brand. You could also use the one that is already mixed up. What is it called? You don't have to use baking powder. And what if you worry about the measurements? We can use self-rising. Yes, yeah, we call it self-rising. It is already mixed up for you to use. Yes, you could use that, and if you do that, then you will not need the baking powder. You need maybe to add eggs. If you need milk, you do that. But for our recipe today, we're not using milk and we're not using margarine. And the mandazis will still turn out well. They still come out well. So we're going to do it with very few ingredients, cheap and simple at home. Very simple. So we're now kneading the dough, turning the dough. Yes, we're turning it. We're not having a very big dough. It's just a reasonable size. Yes, so let's continue. It's almost done. So I'm removing the excess dough from my hands. Then I mix. Then we will have to cover, and then we'll continue with the process. So let's continue kneading. As we wind up the kneading, then we will leave the dough to rest for a little while. Yes, so we are almost there. We are almost there. Yes, there we are. So we are done. We're done. So we cover with a cloth for it to rise. So we're going to cover and wait for about 30 minutes. Yes, so now 30 minutes are over. We want to now spread the dough and cut in small sizes so that we make our mandazis. We fry our mandazis. Yes. So we already covered the dough for 30 minutes. Now we are going to spread it with our rolling pin. Yes, this is the pot we will use to deep fry. Yes, with mandazis we do deep frying. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So we're putting our cooker or stove ready. So we place our pot at the top and add the cooking oil of your choice. Cooking oil of your choice, that is what we are doing. Yes, so when the cooking oil gets hot, we're going to add our mandazi pieces. You're going to roll them into the sizes that you like. Yes, so the cooking oil is not enough, so we add more, a little more. Add a little more, let it get hot, then we start deep frying. So now let's go to the rolling. I've already put some flour on the countertop. So I divide my dough into two. It's not a big dough. Into two. Then I roll and cut these pieces to the shapes that I want. You could do round, triangle. You could enjoy this with the children as you make different shapes. If you like cooking with your little children, yes, you could be making the shapes together. So I roll my dough. Roll my dough on the flat surface. Yes, then I cut small pieces. That is what I'm doing now. Yes, small pieces, sizable pieces, which I'm going to fry. So I do not make many shapes, just making maybe some rectangle, a few triangles. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Then we go ahead and deep fry. Yes. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's see the pieces that we're going to have. The oil is meanwhile getting hot. It's getting hot. Let it not get too hot, because if it gets too hot, it will burn the mandazis. The mandazis will not cook on the inside. Yes. They will just get burnt. So the temperature of the oil should be reasonable. I've not used a thermometer to check. Now the bowl which I used to roll, to mix the dough, is the same bowl that I'm using. I'm going to use to keep my mandazis. That's where I'll keep my mandazis here. So I have spread you could spread kitchen towel. Yeah, the paper, you call them paper towels. Yeah, so here I am checking the temperature. That is how I check the temperature. Yeah, the small pieces, and you can see the oil is bubbling. Yes, so it is good temperature. So now I place the pieces one by one. As they turn golden brown, I turn them there and adding the pieces. Adding the pieces are cooking. As the pieces are cooking, yes, so I add more. Don't put too many, because the temperature of the oil will go down and the cooking process will slow down. cook, turn them, and remove the ones that are ready, place them in the serving bowl. So the cooking process continues. The oil is at good temperature. The oil is at good temperature. So start turning. The shapes are different. Yeah, they're different. I was not so keen on the shapes. Yeah, so let's start turning them to the other side. Once one side turns golden brown, we go to the mandazis are turning golden. You can see the color is pleasant golden. Yes, we turn. And if the temperature of the oil is too hot, then we reduce the heat. So as you continue cooking, you regulate the heat so that it doesn't go too low or too high. Yes, so let's continue turning. That's the first one. Yes, I'm showing you there. The first mandazi. Yes, so put it inside the bowl.
The rectangle one is
yes,
already
so
down.
we continue doing that. Let's continue. Yes, let us continue. We remove some and some as we add more into the fire. Oh no, into the oil. Yeah, so there we are. Look at that shape. Which shape is that? Which shape is that? Shape is that? Yeah, different shapes. Yeah, and they'll turn out to be very nice. This is how we cook our mandazis in a very simple way. Yes. Triangle there. Or is it a cone? So let's continue turning as we add more. And that's how we'll continue cooking until all the mandazis are ready. Yes. And we are almost at tasting time. Mandazis are right there in the bowl. Brown, golden brown, nice, yummy, yummy. So keep on removing some, placing them in the serving bowl. Yes, getting some, turning some, moving some. Yes, as you cut into the pieces, into the more pieces. Yes, as you cut more pieces and place them in the hot oil. Yes, so there I am doing the work. Yes, so there we are. So now we are through, and this is how our mandazis look like. Yes, not too thick. They are, they're cooked up to the inside. They look good. They look yummy. Look at me nodding. Yes, the taste is just yummy, yummy. And Vicky is right there also enjoying hers. Yes, so that is how we make our mandazis. How do you make yours? We've made this one without margarine and milk. Yes, so maybe next time we'll try another recipe which has the cake mandazis. Yeah, the ones that taste like cake, but this one is very good. So thank you so much, so yummy. We look forward to you joining us in the next cooking. Have a look at our mandazis. Yeah, don't they look yummy, yummy? Thank you so much.